Coming up on today's Seahawk basketball show featuring Takayo Siddle, we'll recap two big road victories for UNCW. Non-conference slate slowly winding down for the Seahawks. We'll also introduce you to assistant coach Monty Sanders, familiar with the league and one certain opponent as well. We'll also have our play of the week, the player of the week, and look ahead to the final non-conference game for UNCW. All that straight ahead on this week's edition of the Seahawk basketball show featuring Takayo Siddle, which starts right now. Well, hello and welcome everybody. Alongside Takayo Siddle, I'm your host Mike Vaccaro, talking Seahawk basketball once again. A lot of good stuff to talk about as well this week, coaches. We'll get to highlights from two road victories. You guys have been on the road quite a bit. And let's go back to the first one here. We'll talk about against Norfolk State on Friday afternoon. And getting ready for a team out of the MEAC, a favorite to win their side of the division. They already beat James Madison in the league as well. What were your thoughts? What was your keys in preparing for the Spartans on Friday?
Yeah, we knew they wanted to kind of slow the tempo down, and we wanted to force the tempo by playing fast and pressing, and that's who we are. And I thought for the most part we imposed our will on them. Later on in the game we were able to pull away and come away with a great victory.
Early on, though, you don't have Jalen Sims that much. You got into foul trouble in this game, and you go back to St. Andrews when he didn't play, and you wanted to see how your team would respond without their leading scorer. And now it happens in this game against Norfolk State. How did you think that they responded?
We responded well. You know, guys like Joe Prison stepped up, and he became that lead scorer for us and that number one offensive option for us. And guys like Jake Boggs stepped up and played huge. Altogether, I thought it was a great team win. I thought everybody on our roster contributed to the win.
Yeah, you mentioned Boggs. He had 2 threes late in the game that kind of put you guys ahead for good. And then you made your free throws down the stretch. 90% shooting from the stripe in this game. Outstanding effort from that part of the game as well.
Yeah, we wanted to spend some time on it, as we led up to the game. And we spent some time shooting free throws. Didn't really stress it a bunch. I didn't really talk about it at all. I just wanted to get more free throws up with the guys, and I thought it paid off for us.
And as we talked about, too, not only a win, but a win on the road, that does wonders for the confidence of a team like this.
It does. You're uncomfortable on the road, and you're not sleeping in your own bed. Guys are it's just uncomfortable. But for us to be able to come away with a win, being uncomfortable on the road, it speaks wonders about our guys.
Yeah, it was an exciting game, back and forth the stretch, and then the Seahawks went ahead, and as we said, they hit their free throws and get a quality win on the road Friday afternoon. Let's take a look now at the Harris Teeter highlights, UNCW and Norfolk State from Norfolk, Virginia, Friday. Well, UNCW, you see the final score there. They win it 80-72. The Seahawks outstanding, especially from the free throw line. 28 of 31 in this game. A season best, 90% shooting. And coach, again, as we talked about, Jalen Sims didn't play much. 21 minutes. He usually plays almost 40 minutes and only scored 3 points. But other guys stepped up. Joe Pridgeon, 19 points, 10 rebounds for him as well. Ty Gadsden, the only Seahawk to be in double figures every game. He had 18. Boggs, 18. And Bowen off the bench, a career best 10. So other guys stepped up, which is what you want to see from a team learning and developing throughout the season.
Yeah, guys stepped up. You know, we had 4 guys in double figures. And, you know, guys make big shots like Jake. And, you know, Joe, he carried us through the game with his toughness and his, you know, being on the glass. He had 6 offensive rebounds. I thought we had 18 offensive rebounds as a team. So that kept us in the game and, you know, was able to get us over the hump. And then when we got down the stretch to close it out, we hit our free throws. So that was important.
Yeah, the rebound story, 42 rebounds compared to 31. So the 42 is season high for UNCW as well. Really good play down the stretch to get this win on the road. The Seahawks, majority of their games have been on the road this season, and they get another quality road victory against Norfolk State Friday. We'll take a break here. When we get back, we'll talk about another rivalry game, the 106th meeting with Campbell University. It happened in Bowie's Creek on Monday. We'll have those highlights next.
Time to start it up, America. You've got a lot of joy to make. And we're kicking off the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event because you've got turkeys to fry and thanks to give. To help you do it right, we're giving you 90 days payment deferment and 1,000 trade assist cash on the Built Ford Tough F-150 and Ford Ranger. That's on top of what your eligible trade is worth. That'll make a lot of joy this season. Now get F-150 with up to $11,000 in total savings, including 1,000 trade assist on top of your eligible trade-in, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Right now is the perfect time to buy gifts for your family and friends with gift cards from Harris Teeter. Because when you do, you earn 2 times the fuel points. Buy $200 in gift cards and get 400 fuel points. You save 40 cents per gallon. Buy $500 in gift cards and get 1,000 fuel points. That's $1 off per gallon. This Christmas, buy your gift cards at Harris Teeter and save big at the pump.
Along the coast of North Carolina lies one of the best universities in the Southeast, the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. UNC Wilmington, giving flight to imagination.
Well, after the road victory at Norfolk State on Friday, the Seahawks, the road continued for them. Well, but it was a shorter trip to Bowie's Creek on Monday. The Seahawks taking on Campbell University. As mentioned, the 106th meeting between these two teams. And Coach, you know, you played them after NC State played them on Saturday. You had a chance to take a look at that tape, I'm sure, and get ready for this. But what were your concerns? Because it's a tough team defensively because they play that Princeton-style offense.
I was concerned with their ball and player movement. You know, they really move at a fast pace on the offensive end, and I was concerned about them back cutting us and getting layups and, you know, getting us all out of whack and, you know, getting clean threes off. So we really locked into that, and we had 2 really good prep days. And I felt confident going into the game that our switching and our ability to keep the ball in front of us and not give up back doors and threes, I felt confident that we would take care of business, and our guys did a really good job of that.
Well, again, Coach, I don't remember many backdoor plays here in this game. And it was a back-and-forth game to start with, but then you go on a 13-0 run and kind of take control of that first half. What was the biggest difference, the biggest reason that led to that run that you had?
Our defense. Our defense created a lot of our offense. Our communication was unbelievable, the best it's been all year. And we were able to get stops and run. I thought we played with a really fast pace after we got our stops, and we converted on the other end.
UNCW led by 14 at halftime. They added to their lead in the second half, and the Seahawks closed out to get another good road victory on this season. Let's take a look now at our Reach Jewelers highlights. The Seahawks and Campbell University from Bowie's Creek, Monday afternoon.
A Raleigh native grew up just about 30 minutes away from here.
That's going to be an interesting matchup. Him and Whitfield going against each other.
Boggs underneath.
Vision by Henderson and then the cut by McCullough. Really good job spacing.
Off the made basket, Gadsden, no problem. 30 in blue. Sets a pick up top. Harvey from long distance. Yes, tickles the twine. UNCW back up.
And see, when you make
Blue. Boggs has 3 games that he scored just 4 total points. The rest he's averaged over 20. That's a nice looking shot from the side. Everything but the roll. Carolero somehow keeps it alive. Whitfield gets again. It's tipped up. And here we go. Buckle up. We got ourselves a ball game. Sims all the way to the hoop. Yes, sir. Sims with 4. UNCW leading by 5. Their largest lead of the game. Carolero is stripped. Gadsden up and over and 1. Driving baseline, slip pass, stolen away. Okaru through traffic, Euro step, and the left-handed layup goes off the glass for 2. What a job. Points for Henderson. Camels 2, leading scorers, unable to get it done. Meanwhile, Gadsden shooting the lights out, but the long rebound comes out to UNCW. Pridgeon through 2, he rolls it in. And now a 15-2 run. Campbell didn't score in 7 minutes, and Boggs just too big down low. The mismatch catch. Okaru. Gadsden a little bit closer this time. Gets it from the opposite corner. 7 of the last 10 meetings have been decided by 6 or less points. UNCW. Pridgeon with the touch pass. Okaru. Gadsden. Pridgeon and 1. Wow. Sims. Top of the key, Harvey, yes! Pridgeon weaving through traffic, all of a sudden a 4-on-2, knifing through. Sims with the bucket, guarded by the freshman. Sims all the way to the rack, off the window, and 1 for Jordan Whitfield today. Sims comes back the other way, good look, Pridgeon with the stuff. Sims blows by the defense, oh my goodness.
opening up.
Okaru, 3-pointer. It'll take a lot, but they haven't put up the white flag. Okaru might make him with another shot like that. Displacement period.
It's a blessing, accomplishment. It's huge, and just happy that the players are able to.
He was playing well.
Yeah, he's making such a huge impact, and a guy that nice shot by
UNCW with the victory, 78-59 the final score. They hold the Camels to just 19 points in the first half. Coach, as you said, the communication by your kids was really good, and you shortened your rotation a little bit. You had guys play 30-plus minutes, maybe 4 or 5 guys, but certainly it was working here in this game, and you guys played really hard throughout the game.
Yeah, I didn't want to mess our rotation up. I thought we had a pretty good rhythm with the 7 guys that we were playing. The other 2 guys that didn't play, 3 guys that didn't play, deserved to get in a game, but I just felt comfortable with the rotation that we had, and I thought we were in better shape than them. Guys looked fresh, so I decided to stick with the rotation that I had.
Joe Pridgeon, another double-double for him, 14 points, 13 rebounds, 17 for Okaru, 15 for Gadsden, and then 15 for Sims coming off the bench in this game, trying to motivate him a little bit, but I know at the end of the game you really like what he did, and he got the toughness chain in this one.
He did. I'm on him a lot because I know how special he can be. And so I challenged him to get better on the defensive end and be tougher and play with more energy, and he responded the right way.
Yeah, certainly had a good game there to help lead the Seahawks to the victory. UNCW now 5-3 on the season with one more non-conference game to go. We'll talk about that one a little bit later on. Right now, we'll take a break. On the other side, we'll introduce you to Monty Sanders, one of the assistant coaches here at UNCW.
Ice cold Bud Light, Celtic Hip, Bay windows, got two. Nice tuck pointing here. Retractable awning here, like it. Got the nice edging on the grass here. Edge of the grass, nice here. Ice cold Bud Light seltzer here. Got a white breasted nut hatch here.
Right now is the perfect time to buy gifts for your family and friends with gift cards from Harris Teeter. Because when you do, you earn 2 times the fuel points. Buy $200 in gift cards and get 400 fuel points. You save 40 cents per gallon. Buy $500 in gift cards and get 1,000 fuel points. That's $1 off per gallon. This Christmas, buy your gift cards at Harris Teeter and save big at the pump.
Keep your eyes on the Monster Angus Thick Burger. With sizzling bacon and 2 1/3 pound Angus beef patties. The Monster is your daddy now. The Monster Angus Thick Burger at Hardee's. Feed your happy.
You can't know someone has COVID-19 just by looking at them. But you should know that everyone who wears a mask has a reason to fight it. Whatever your reason, get behind the mask.
Well, so far on the shows, we've introduced you to a couple of the other assistant coaches, Travis Hackert, Kirk Kanaski. The third assistant coach is Monty Sanders. And Coach, I know this is someone that you had a relationship with before, and you ever said that, if you were going to have a staff, he was certainly going to be on it. Why was it important to have Monty on your staff?
Because Monty, I've been knowing him, like you said, over 15 years now, and he's somebody that I call a friend and somebody that I trust and I know is going to be loyal to me. And, on top of that, he is familiar with the state. He's recruited North Carolina at a high level. He's familiar with the CAA. And I thought he would be great to come in and mentor our guys. What an unbelievable person he is.
Last 2 years spent at Western Carolina, but a lot of time spent at Elon, where he went to school, starred there, and then was an assistant coach there, as you said. So he's familiar with that school, but familiar as well with the CAA, a big plus to have that on your staff.
Yeah, going into this league and him being, he probably went through it twice, 2 or 3 times being at Elon, him being familiar with the league and how we need to recruit to this league, I thought was important for me to have on my staff.
Travis Hackert is your offensive coordinator. Kirk Kanaski, defensive coordinator. Monty Sanders, what is he?
He's my personnel coordinator. So he helps me in game with substitutions, matchups, the other team's players. He presents personnel to our team, how we're going to guard them, what their strengths and weaknesses are. And, he does a really good job with it.
Yeah, important, I would think, because a game starts, you get so focused in those moments, you need somebody like a Monty Sanders to kind of let you know personnel on the court and who you need to put on the court sometimes as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, he does a good job. He monitors our guys' minutes, how long they've played in stretches, and he'll come up to me and tell me, such and such needs to come out. He's played 8 straight minutes. Sometimes I listen, sometimes I don't, but it's always good to have somebody there to tell me that.
Well, again, Monty Sanders, one of the other assistant coaches for UNCW. Let's introduce you now to him a little bit more.
Hey Seahawk Nation, my name is Monty Sanders, assistant men's basketball coach. Originally from Raleigh, North Carolina. Grew up right down the road and I've had a bird's eye view of this program for a long time. Played high school basketball at Cardinal Gibbons in Raleigh and went on to play University of Richmond for 2 years, where played for one of my favorite coaches of all time, Jerry Wainwright, who you all may know a little bit, and then finished my career up at Elon right down the road. So very familiar with this state and with this conference, and just really excited to be here and to be a part of this family and part of this unbelievable winning tradition and Coach Siddle's first run here as head coach. My favorite part about coaching, I love being on the floor. I love being on the court. I grew up, in a gym. All of my childhood memories are in a basketball gym somewhere or outside on a basketball court. My wife gives me a hard time. She says, well, what did you do for Halloween when you were a kid? Oh, I played basketball. What did you do for Thanksgiving? Oh, we went outside and played horse with the family. She always says, did you have any childhood memories that weren't around basketball? And the answer is no, and I absolutely loved it. And so my love for the game has been my entire life since I was about 4 years old, and coaching, there's no difference. I love watching players and helping them get better, helping them figure out what they got to work on, what they're already pretty good at, and where to keep improving, and then helping them incorporate all those skills into the team It's part of the job that I would do for zero money. And so that's part of my favorite part, just being on the court with the guys and just, hearing that ball bounce.
Even though we can't have everyone gathered, we found new ways to make each occasion special. We're keeping your gifting experience both safe and personal through Reeds.com, answering all your questions and guiding you to the perfect present, just like we have for over 70 years. Family always finds a way to celebrate life's moments together, no matter what. You won't just shop with confidence at Reeds Jewelers and Reeds.com. You'll feel like family.
Time to start it up, America. You've got a lot of joy to make. And we're kicking off the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event because you've got turkeys to fry and thanks to give. To help you do it right, we're giving you 90 days payment deferment and $1,000 trade assist cash on the Built Ford Tough F-150 and Ford Ranger. That's on top of what your eligible trade is worth. That'll make a lot of joy this season. Now get F-150 with up to $11,000 in total savings, including $1,000 trade assist on top of your eligible trade-in, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Along the coast of North Carolina lies one of the best universities in the Southeast, the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. UNC Wilmington, giving flight to imagination.
Time now for this week's Logan Holmes Play of the Week. It's a pretty good one, folks. Take a look and a listen. This comes from Bowie's Creek, the Seahawks and Campbell, our Logan Holmes Play of the Week.
Sam blows by the defense. Oh my goodness. A holiday stocking stuffer here a couple days early. Right here, take another look. My goodness. Josh Lucene did everything.
Once again, the Logan Holmes Play of the Week. Pretty good one there, coaches. We sent that up to SportsCenter as well, trying to get that on the top 10 plays. That was certainly electric. No crowd there, but I know I got the bench going in this game.
Yeah, that was a big-time play by a big-time player. I didn't expect him to do that, and it kind of woke everybody up in the gym, whoever was in there. What a great play that was.
And so again, Jalen Sims providing us our Logan Holmes Play of the Week. Let's get to our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week now. And you look at the numbers for Joe Pridgeon. Coach, he averaged a double-double. This is a guy who's been in the starting lineup since he gets the waiver, and he's certainly been an impact player for your team.
Yeah, he adds a level of toughness to our group that we need, a level of energy to our group that we need. He is a big-time player, a guy that you don't have to run anything for him. He goes and gets it off the glass, and he gets it within our offense. His ability to rebound is special.
He was a big-time scorer as a freshman in the Patriot League when he played at Holy Cross, but to me, looking at him play, he lets the game come to him, which is nice to see. You don't always see that with guys trying to get their numbers.
Yeah, in our system, that position, you have so many mismatches playing that big guard position that we like to call it, and he doesn't have to hunt his offense. It comes to him. What he does, he runs really hard in transition. He goes to the offensive glass. He cuts off the ball. So he gets it in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, so Joe Pridgeon, not only our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week, he was on the honor roll, the weekly honor roll in the CAA as well. But really good 2 games, averaging a double-double. And right now needs a couple more games, and he'll be among league leaders as well in some key statistics. So having a really good impact season so far. The sophomore Joe Pridgeon, our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. We'll step aside here. When we get back, we'll look ahead. Only 1 game left in the non-conference slate. We'll preview that game coming up next.
Okay. She's the one, and you know it. At Reeds.com, we're making it easy to find the perfect ring from home. With helpful advice from our online jewelry experts, safe and discreet shipping, and beautiful ring packaging, you'll be confident the moment will be as perfect for her as she is for you. As a trusted jeweler for over 70 years, Reed's Jewelers will be here to make both of you feel like family. Long after she says yes.
Get your ice cold Bud Light, seltzer hip. Bay windows, got two. Nice tuck pointing hip. Retractable awning here, like it. Got the nice edging on the grass here. Edge the grass nice hip. Ice cold Bud Light, seltzer hip. Got a white breasted nut hatch hip.
Did you wake up craving a made-from-scratch biscuit topped with tender prime rib and a fried egg? How about now? The new prime rib and fried egg biscuit at Hardee's. Feed your happy.
You can't know someone has COVID-19 just by looking at them. But you should know that everyone who wears a mask has a reason to fight it. Whatever your reason, get behind the mask.
Well, we'll bring you back now. Time for this week's schedule delivered by Papa John's. Only one game left in the non-conference season, and it's back at home. So just a second home game for UNCW. Coach Delaware State comes into town here, so a chance to really wrap things up on a high note before you head to the holiday break and also ahead of conference play after the new year. Your thoughts on Delaware State, a team that's played 3 games so far this year?
Yeah, it's a team that's very scary for me. They shoot a lot of threes. They play really fast. They play with a lot of confidence. So that's scary for me. And what we have to do is match their intensity and force tempo on our end and take really good shots and defend them and rebound the basketball. So it's going to be a challenge for us.
Yeah, Delaware State's been on the road again, just their 4th game here for them. And we've talked a lot about it. You know, this will be the 9th game that you're playing on schedule. There's been, nothing changed with the schedule during this pandemic. It says something about this team to kind of have that consistency right now.
Yeah, I could tell when we first started how bad they wanted to play and just be on the court. And those guys, every last one of them, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They come from their apartment, they come over here, we practice, and they go right back to their apartment or dorm. And that's important as we move forward. If we want to play games, they have to continue to do that.
Well, again, taking on Delaware State, and then January 2nd and 3rd, you go into Philadelphia to take on Drexel. What does the team do, your team, between now and then when you take on the Dragons?
We'll let them go home tomorrow after the game and come back on the 27th. And, we'll spend some time getting back in shape the first couple of days, and then we'll start preparing for Drexel.
All right, so again, the last non-conference game of the regular season here, UNCW and Delaware State. That game noon, and we'll have it for you on Flow Sports, 11:45 pregame show on the Breeze as well. Coach, best of luck and happy holidays to you and the team.
Thanks, Mike. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays. Be safe.
He's Takayo Siddle. I'm Mike Vaccaro. Thanks for joining us here today. We'll see you next week for another edition of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takayo Siddle.